Yeah, I'm trying to. Okay. Okay, good. Right. All right. All right. All right. I'm still gonna project something so that we have like a little background going on here. Uh, we use our financial thing that we use that time. Let my people go. That one is gone. Anyway, so let me use just a regular. You have new things, okay? So I'll just use this, okay? While we do our little talk. All right. That's good. That's good. We have quite a number of people that are involved in this. Can anybody quickly tell us what is your understanding about crypto and stocks? Crypto and stocks. Anybody want to talk real quick? We only have I only have an hour for this. This is just like a general talk. We're going to set time to really do a real deep talk on some of these things. Anybody real quick? What
Um,
is your
so as far as crypto is concerned, a little understanding, I'm sorry there may be noise. Um, Crypto, um, mostly they are private, and any project that comes up usually comes from a developer. There's a developer um, with a project in mind. Most of the time, those developers um, they have a way they want to run the project. So whatever they have in mind, they put it on paper and they launch the token. But before they launch the token, they form a community, especially on social media, try to sell their project. And it starts in forms of a meme, meme. Um, and they rally around it, but most of those projects, if there are no backing of community, it may fail. It may fail if they cannot raise a considerable amount of money to move the project. And also, majority of it, it's a scam. It's a scam, and that's the reason why one needs to do his or her due diligence before you know, you rush into anything. You look at it very well. You try to do your financial research, look into their templates. And then if it is something that you like, it mostly is like a startup, it's like a startup that they launch on, you know, either Ethereum or Solana, Avalanche. There are some, there are some um, crypto like that you can launch on them. So that is briefly what I can say. As we move along, um, we can dive more just to save time.
okay? Very good. So basically, because I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible. Basically, when you're talking about crypto, right? Talk about stocks generally. Stocks are companies that are selling their shares. So stocks, the major difference between stocks and crypto is that for stocks, these are companies. So a company is starting and they want to, not all companies start immediately by having shares. No. In fact, it's not even, it doesn't happen like that for a whole bunch of them because people need to trust and believe in what you are doing for them to invest. Because when you say people have stocks, which is shares from companies, is basically saying, I'm putting my money into what you are doing. And as the business is moving forward, and gaining momentum and becoming rich and rich, the shares is getting, the money is also increasing. So you are getting rich. So my money, that means that they are trading with your money. So if I own a business and I say this and we decide I want to sell shares and you decide to buy 100 at the rate of $100, maybe my business is worth 100 million now, and so many other people buy shares, they buy 1,000, this and this. That's more money coming in for me to put into the business. All of a sudden, the business is now worth 500 million. When that business is worth 500 million, the amount you pay for those 100 stock the shares that you bought from me will be increased. Let's say you paid 10,000 for the 100 stock that you got. When the business was 100 million. Now that the business is worth 500 million, definitely your own money will do what?
Increase.
It's worth more because now, and how did we get there? We got there through your money, through other people's money.
Yes.
So as the business is moving forward, when things happen in the business that create fear and people pull away, that's when it goes down. That's why when you hear people say stocks is like gambling, because when people pull out a lot of money, it affects a lot of time. It creates panic in the market, and when they are pulling money like that, that is from the money that the company is supposed to be using for business, and so it affects how much the stocks are worth. So you get that right. Just a basic understanding of what stocks is. And then for you to invest in a stock, you want a business that has prospect. That's why a business like Tesla, like Amazon, like Google, when those businesses, when they started, some believe in them, some did not believe. Some business, some of those businesses, when they started, when they went public, when they say when you go public, is when you open the door for people to start buying shares. Okay. When many of them went public, their stocks were like nothing. $4, $5, $10. Now, some of those people, each one stock is now like $800, $900, 1,000. So you see, but it takes time for them to grow like that. Some, because they came in at the right time in the market, within 5 years, within 3 years, some of them have really established their ground very well. Example, Tesla is not going anywhere. Tesla is one of the leading business in electric cars and one of the most reliable. In fact, probably the most reliable to a good extent. So that's why you see the stock. As of December 2023, okay, let me hold that back real quick. When the stock go up to like a certain amount, the company feels like, we need more people to buy. But this amount is too expensive. So they do what they call split. So let's say you have 10 stocks and they are all worth 1,000. When they split, they will now reduce the money to 500. But instead of you having 10 stock, now you have 20 stocks. You get it? So what they do at that point when they split like that is for the price to do what? To come down. So that more people can do what? Can join. So now you have come in before, you have 10 stocks before, now you have 20. If it now rises back to 1,000 again, you see how you see how your money is working for you. The whole essence of stocks and crypto is your money working for you. So, but what you see in the stock world, for example, now, what is one of the major things in the world that we live in now? What is one of the things that is thriving now in our own time now in the market? Anybody? This generation, what are they used to now? This generation?
Technology.
Technology, social media, artificial intelligence. So in that field, companies that are in that field, and especially Facebook, Instagram, all of those social media companies, they are also investing heavily into artificial intelligence. That's why you can go on your Google to search for kuli kuli, or you search for give me something, shoe. By the time you go on Facebook, you will see adverts for that kind of shoe on your Facebook. And you are thinking it's voodoo. It's not voodoo. It's called algorithm. It's a system whereby the things that you do on your profiles is being picked. Yeah, that's why when you're on social media, it's not private. That's the truth. There are people that make it private, and there are people. When I say people, it is not in your hand. You can sign your privacy agreement and all of that, but there are people that sees everything you do, and they can expose it if they want to expose it. Because don't forget, people that made the pencil are also the one that made what? Eraser. If anyone knows how to lock it, please be sure they know how to open it. So those things make market move, okay? So what is happening, what is trending, and all of that is in the stock market. And it is the same principle that is now almost being introduced into crypto. But the major difference is that stocks are visible companies that you can see, you can touch, but cryptos are not. Cryptos are not. But one thing about crypto is that a group of people have decided that the system itself have decided that we are going to accept this. Just like there was a time there was no dollar. In the time of Abraham, was there dollar? Was there pound sterling? Was there euro? In the time of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? No. But you can be sure there was always gold.
Yeah.
There was always silver. There was always bronze. And they made transaction in those things. But today, a time came in the history of men. Remember the time of trade by barter? That people say, oh, I want rice, but I have salt. Take this amount of salt, give me amount of rice. And then from there, you go to someone that have rice and that have oil. Take this amount of salt, I will give you oil. I will give you salt, you give me oil. That's how people trade in those days. I have this, you need it, I have what you need, they trade. But a time came, men decided, let's introduce a system of currency. So don't forget, all these things are being done by men, by system. Once a group of people can agree on it, it becomes a system. And once it becomes a system, people start living by it. So, money was first introduced by a group of people. The currency, as in notes. by when civilization came, that okay, this paper is going to worth $1. This is going to worth 2. This is going to worth £1. This is going to worth £1. This is going to worth this and this and that. Okay? And because they agree, then it becomes a system of what? Transaction. That you can go to work and work, and somebody give you a paper and you are smiling because they wrote a figure on it. And when you take that paper that you call check to a bank, they will give you cash. And you can take that cash to where you want to buy rice, where you want to buy oil, where you want to buy salt, and they will collect that paper in your hand and give you those things. It's a system. But the system only works because there's a group of people that agreed that this is what we're going to do. And as things happen in the system, because anything controlled by man can be destroyed by man. So as the system, that's why you come about inflations and deflation and whatever it is. As people do things, it can affect what the value of the things that they are working with. When you have too much cash in circulating all over the place, it loses value. That's why the government comes in. Remember, the government is also a system of people. By the people, for the people, right? So they now say, we're going to put a limit to what can circulate, what can go out there, so that our money is not useless. There was a time, for example, people from Nigeria, there was a time that naira, $1 is more than $1. And it is not 10,000 years ago, in the 70s and in the early 80s, where $1 and £1, they are the same. Because remember, Nigeria was colonized by Britain. But today, $1 is about 1,600 and something naira. How do you explain that in 40 years, if you bring $1, you may need to bring $1 and some other change for you to collect $1. But today, you will need to bring 1,600 and something of naira to collect $1. System. How you treat your own money and what you do with it. So you wonder, why am I talking about the control of how many of those things are outside? Now coming to the world of crypto. One of the things that add value to crypto is how much of it is out there. Bitcoin, that is now worth over 100,000, has a very little of it. So while everybody is struggling for that little, the market is increasing. Bitcoin is over 2 trillion in the market cap today. What it is worth. That is, if you multiply the price by how much of it that is in circulation, it's over 2 trillion. Meaning that what? That the price, if the market cap go from 2 trillion to 5 trillion, that means one Bitcoin, the price will blow your mind. Already 100,000 is already blowing your mind. Because as of 2010, one Bitcoin was 0.04. You know, 0.04 is how much cent? Is 4 cents. Because 0.40 is 40 cents. 0.04 is 4 cents. 2010. And that is how many years ago? 15 years ago. Something that is worth 10 cents and 4 cents 15 years ago is now worth over 100,000. What make it? Who made that determination? System. So a system has now come. Just as they went from gold and silver to notes and to trade by barter and all of that and all of those things, gold is still relevant anyway. Now, and as they went to currencies, that each nation now begin to say, this is my currency, this is the name. Our own is yen. Japan said their own is yen. Nigeria said their own is naira. Ghana said their own is cedi. America said their own is dollar. Liberia said their own is also dollar, but it does not have the same value as US dollar. Canada has dollar, it's not the same value. Then a group of people came together and they came up with euro. You remember when they came up with euro?
Yeah.
What gave dollar power today and the value? Because it is mostly used for transaction around the world. When nations are trading with nations, they use it. So the more something is accepted by more people, it gains more value. That is how crypto works. When there's a crypto and a lot of people buy into it, the value rises. People make money. And the thing is that as it rises and people put money into it, when somebody buys something, you pay $100 for something. And by the time a lot of people come into it, the value now rises. Your $100 can become $10,000. So now you put, because you came in early when it was very cheap. Just like you do your regular market, you buy something in the store, in the market, or on wholesale at the rate of $2. Now you are selling it for $3. You're making your money. In this case, when a coin is launched, like Eda said, they are very cheap. So people that cash them early get to do what? Pay very cheap for them. I have coins that I have in billions. No. But the thing is that as people start buying into it, the price start what? Increasing. But if it is not accepted by too many people, people can come into it. And once they see, oh, what? Once my $10 become 10 and my $100 become 10,000, and I say, you know what? I'm done. And I take all my money out. Another person say, they too, they take their 10,000 out, take 8,000. As they're buying, you are getting red, what they call that red candle, right? That candle, right? The size of that candle is telling you how much the person that just sold. If something is 100,000, let's say something is 100,000 in circulation, and somebody owns 50,000 out of 100,000, and at the time the person decides to sell 40,000, you will see a big candle, and it will affect the price. That person has just cashed out big. You know whose money that person has just taken out cash? The money of other people that bought into it. But as other people are buying, now coming in to buy, that's why you see up and down. And the difference between crypto and stock is that crypto is very volatile. And because there is no a particular company, like you say, this is Apple, this is Tesla, they have head office, they have people that they have physical people that you can deal with like that. Yes, crypto have people that are the founder. In fact, till today, nobody knows the person that is the real person behind but is that what's it called?
Bitcoin, Satoshi Nakamoto.
Which is not, is there one person somewhere? Is there a person? They're still looking for that name. They still who?
Yeah, they still looking for the author. At the time, people he did it undercover because he was trying to protect himself from the government.
But today, you see where we are today.
106,000.
Is it Doge or Shiba? Which one also that
Yes, Dodge the same, follow the same.
Dodge. Today they
Yeah.
don't. There's no specific person, but Ethereum, those are
Yes,
names of
Vitalik.
you have it. So there are those ones that came out and say I'm doing this, but the first of the coin was Bitcoin, and that's why it is the leading and it controls the market in a lot of instances. So when you are coming to the crypto market, you have to understand what you are coming into. And that is why some people still consider it gambling. The crypto market is not something a person come into and you put the whole of your life inside. Please. It's not something you come and do what? Put the whole of your life inside. And it's not something you sit down and don't pay attention to. We have made those mistakes where we just allow it to sit down there. So sometimes the thing rose up high,
Mm.
But guess what? We did not do anything, just believing that it will keep going. But guess what? People that know the market, what did they do? They say, I put 1,000 inside. Now I have 25,000. Some of them just take 24,000. They say, let me leave the, or some just say, let me take my capital out and leave the rest. If it doesn't go anywhere, I know that I'm not losing anything. You understand?
Yes.
So you see how the crypto market works. Crypto is what? Stocks. You only trade stocks for the most part when the stock market is what? Open. That's when you can buy and you can put in your order, but you have to wait for the market to do what? To open for your order to be fulfilled and stuff. But crypto, especially on Robinhood, you can buy on Sunday, you can buy anytime. The moment you put your money in it, you have your product already. The crypto market is way different from the stock market in a lot of things. But the money also, Trump launched his crypto on Friday and it was like $6 something. By Sunday, it rose to 70 something dollars per one. No share will work like that. If a share should work like that, you know you are in for a big trouble. You understand? Now, because yes, has it happened like that before yes. There was a time something happened with GameStop that some people were fooling around and the thing just rose. And when it started going up like that, there's something they call fear of missing out, FOMO, fear of missing out. A lot of people say, this thing is going up. They start putting money. As they are putting money, some people that already have a lot they start cashing out. By the time these people will find out that a lot of people, they've cashed out, they look around, the thing is nosediving. That's what they call crash. The money that those people cashed out, whose money do you think it was?
People.
All the people that are coming in, pouring their money in. God, they don't want to miss out. This thing is going up. As of yesterday evening, or Trump came to 40 something cents and dollars. In the morning, it was in 70 something. In the afternoon, it was in 60 something. Now Robinhood has listed it. Now the price will be different now. And as of yesterday, also, now they have Melania, the wife, they have another coin in the name of the wife. You see what is happening? Which company do they put down that is called Trump, official Trump? No. Which one did they put down that is called Melania? You can just come up like that. But if it is stocks, you have to have a company to say you are selling shares. You don't sell invisible shares. The reason why crypto is working is because the system has come to agree that this thing, you can put your money in to buy and you can sell and get money. So in setting up crypto, there are trading platforms. But when they first come out, they all don't get into a trading platform immediately. You see, the way Trump coin came out on Friday, and today is on Robinhood, is on Coinbase. Those are major trading platform. The only reason why something like that is happening is because of who is involved, which is the president of America. Because of who is involved. Majorly, Democrats are not for stocks, and they are not for crypto. They're against it. Not all of them, but overall, they see them. But Republicans, they don't mind. In terms of crypto now, everybody, what can you do against stock? Stock is an established system. So, but for you to have that kind of rising, so then the question is, when you first buy coin, then where do you buy it? There's what they call wallets. You have trust wallets. You have Coinbase, they also have wallets. Crypto.com, they have wallets. There are anybody throw some other wallet out there. Is it Meta? What is the name of that other one? That what's it called? MetaMask, wallet and stuff like that. Now, the difference between wallets and trading platform is that wallets is where most people buy new coin when they first come out. And you buy, and many of them, let me see, somebody put something here. Yeah, Bybit and all of that. Yes. So many of them, in buying from a wallet, when you want to buy in a wallet, right? You have to buy through an exchange. And one of the major exchange is Ethereum. So that's why when they are coming up with the coin, right? They will say this coin is Binance based, this coin is Ethereum based, this coin is Solana based. So something like Ethereum, Solana, Binance, those are coins that has been established and accepted. So in order to buy all this new coin, you will need to first use your money, your cash now, either through credit card or through debit card or however the company sets it up. You need to first buy maybe your Solana or buy Ethereum or buy Binance. And it is those things you will now use to buy the new coin that come out in wallets. So that is why a lot of people don't get to do wallets because of the process. If you are not tech savvy, you can miss out. In fact, you can waste money. Because so let's say you buy Ethereum now, right? You buy Ethereum, you want to buy something like Doge. Doge is Ethereum base. So let's say you buy Ethereum of $500 because you want to buy. When I first buy Doge, I bought it in wallet. When I first bought Shiba, I bought it in wallet. Okay, so when they're coming out, they come out a lot. If we had known that they will get to where they are today, we'll have bought more. But we were just coming into it, and everybody was just say, okay, I have this amount, let me buy this one. And at the beginning, people are just doing coin, all manners of coin. That's why many of them were fake. So people buy. The people get the money. 3 months after, everything gone. The coin become zero. What is zero? What nothing? So scammers came in. People's wallet have been stolen. They stole my wallet once. Elder, God bless him. He will be the one to tell you how many times they stole his wallet. The wallet are secure, but if you don't know what, there's what they call the seed phrase, which are 12 words that like key to your wallet. If you give it to anybody, they have access. They can reproduce your wallet on their own phone. And if they reproduce your wallet on their own phone, they can sell like you. But the money will not come to you. So that's why you have to be very careful. What we are discussing, I said, this is just a crash course we are doing. We're still going to find time because I'm looking at the time also. I need to get ready. Okay? But just pay attention to these basics. Because you need to know these things. It's not about just and go and then say, Pastor, no, Pastor. What I'm saying to you is not a financial advice. It's not to tell you to buy or to sell or whatever. We are talking as family of believers, getting ourselves ready for the harvest that is coming. So that we can, if you just have it in your mind that something good is coming and you are doing nothing about it, you will not get anything. You will just be seeing others prospering. How did somebody put 1 million to buy coin on Friday and on Sunday harvest 180 million? Because they have the money to do it. You and I may not have that big money. And it's a risk. That person could have put, but because of the person involved, some things, even if Trump coin is going to go down completely, even if it's going to become useless, not when he's president. I hope you know that. Because as long as he's president, he will always have that influence. And within that, but get ready, once he's no longer president, if Christ tarries, only God knows what the future will be. Unless they were able to find a very good use for that coin that will make it relevant. Like coin like SRP that have use in the banking system, a future in the banking system. So let me quickly go back. So when you get to the wallet, so when those coins come, they come to wallets. Because why? Because of, people don't know. So those trading platforms, they are not going to. Until they see how that coin is doing. They study the coin. They see what is the future of the coin. What can this coin do? What is the purpose for it? If it doesn't have purpose, they won't pick it. Major trading platforms are like Binance. Binance mostly in India, I think the headquarters is in India. But in the US, you see Binance US. So you cannot use regular Binance in the US. Even now, the Binance US, because of issue with the owner of that company, you cannot sell cash for cash now. You can sell for USDT, which is another coin that gives you, that's almost like the equal, like the value of dollar. So these are the things basics that you need to know about crypto before you say you want to jump into it. Trading platform like Binance, Coinbase, Robinhood, Crypto.com, those platforms, right? You get to buy with your cash, which is through your credit card, your bank account, and stuff like that. You transfer. When you are setting up, when you are on those trading, when you sign up for those trading platform, right? You sign up with your ID card because there's tax. Don't think it's free money. All of you that you plate air in your house, nobody knows you collected that money. There's no tax on top of them. Those people that you cook for people here and there, you collect money, there's no tax. That's not how it works with crypto. If you are coming to crypto thinking that, I'm just going to come and chop money and run away. No. Those trading platforms, they are set up just like banking system. Because there are people employed physically. Even though you can't see the coin physically, there are people employed physically running those things. Some of them have been to jail because the government went after them when they maybe for scandal or whatever it is. But some of them, right, they're doing well. So when you're getting on the trading platform, they ask you for your ID card. They ask you for all those things you have to upload. your social security. So if you say, I can't give my social security to anybody, you are not ready. Just as you go to the bank and you have to give your social security to set up your account and everything, so that what? They can trace the money. Because at the time, some of the terrorists were using cryptocurrency to transact money. You see? So that's why the government is big about, that's why they are so reluctant about it, because they're looking at it that there's no much control. The stock market is controlled. Remember, there's a physical company involved. But crypto, so that people can just be and people have done it. Transfer money. Some terrorists have done it. And some of them are still doing it. So that's why they want regulations. They want system where they can control. They can follow the money to know what people are doing. So there are some things that is coming in place little by little, where people, they can say, so person sold this amount. So person bought this amount. Like when Elon Musk decided to put big money in Bitcoin in 2021. And the Bitcoin, he was one of the people that, and within a day or two, made millions because he put billion into it. He has that kind of money. Those people that have power to buy big like that, they call them whales. Like the whale in the water, they call them whales. When they come in, they buy big. And because they buy big, people start coming in because the coin is based on how much people have bought. If 1,000 people buy 10, and somebody come in and buy 100,000, it helps the market. The same way when they sell, it hurts the market. So they call them whales, meaning that whatever they do affects the movement of those markets. Like right now, the Trump coin, from what they are saying, out of 1 billion, right, that they said they made in circulation, is in control of about 80%. And in the crypto market, that's a red flag to people. When one person is in control of about 80% of something, even just like stock, when you buy stock in a company and the CEO or the person is in charge of 90%, what does that tell you? All the money, that whatever is, as that company is exploding and whatever it is, the bulk of the wealth is in what? It's with who? With that person. So I want us to be very careful. There's trading platforms. There are trading platforms and there are wallets. Wallets allow for a whole bunch of coins. In fact, forget it. A whole bunch of coins. And there are also platforms like on Coin Market where there's something they call listing. So when they say, oh, this company has listed this coin, meaning that now you can see how that coin is doing on their own platform. So Coin Market is one of those platforms where you can see a whole thousands of coin. And when you look at each coin, there's always a number, their rank. They rate them by ranking, meaning by how much acceptability they've gained and but their number one rank is their market cap. Number one is Coinbase and is what's it called? Is Bitcoin. Why? Because it's in trillion. Then followed by others. If you go on Coin Market, it will tell you. Let me pull it up. It will tell you how they rank right now. Like right now, the market cap for Bitcoin, which is number one, is 2.1 trillion. Following that is Ethereum. Ethereum is 397.93 billion. Just look at the gap between number one and number two. One is 2 point something trillion. The next one to it is 397 billion. That's too much gap. That is why Bitcoin is worth 106,000 today, right now. almost 107,000, and Ethereum is what? 3,000, about 3,400. You see that? Because when you look at the gap in their market too, but also it's not just that, it's also other factors that add to the price, that contribute to the price. Because the third one is SRP, which is 187 billion, but the price is $3. Because if you look at 397 billion to 187 billion, it's almost half, almost there. You would think that because one is 3,000 something, the other one should be around 1,000 something. No, it's $3. Because the market cap tells you, oh, these are, this is amount of money in these things out there. But the other things is also how many people, how much money is in this thing. If you look at the worth of Bitcoin right now, what are you talking about? You forget it. If one is 104, 107,000. So if you only have 1 billion in circulation, what do you think that is? So you have to multiply the number in circulation by the current price. It tells you how much the worth. The market cap is how much this thing is worth right now. So you see, a lot of people are in SRP. A lot of people are in SRP. And that is why you can see 187 billion market cap, because a lot of people are in it. A lot of people are in it, but guess what? The value, because of where it is right now, what is the value and what is worth, what you can do with it right now, and all of that. So, though people are in it, and the more people come in it, it's gaining its own momentum. And remember, Bitcoin has been out for a long time. So it has weathered so many things. It has passed the test of time. And that's why if it goes up, the market goes up. If it goes down, the market, it controls a lot of things. Though there are other coins that one way or the other try to maintain themselves in between because of the people that are holding and say, no, we are not selling. Because if people are not selling, you maintain stability. If more people are buying, you start gaining value. If more people are selling, you start losing value. So you are in a market where that is controlled by what? By people's action. So that's why you have to be very careful. Because you cannot tell everybody, don't sell. Oh. You see people saying, oh, why are you selling? Why are you selling? But guess what? You don't even know. For the most part, you don't even know who is selling. You can't do anything. You can scream and shout, trying to protect your own interest. Oh, let us hold on now so that the whole thing will go up. It will get more value. But guess what? The man that put 1,000 is now looking at 10,000. The man needs 5,000. You think he's going to wait for you? No. The man is saying, no, I've seen what I'm looking for. I'm going. So the crypto market is a very sensitive market. So this morning, this is what I want us to put in our spirit and have it settled down. That the crypto market is real, number one. Number two, people are making money from the crypto market. And anywhere, any system where people make money, people also lose money. People make money from stock, people lose money in stock. People make money from real estate, people lose money in real estate, depending on what is happening. The same way in crypto. But the difference is just that while the other aspect, real estate, stocks, have some measure of stability to a good extent because they have been tested over time. Not that much with crypto. That's why, because it's just gaining acceptability, you have to tread very softly and you have to be very smart. So in this family talk that we are having, which is not an advice to buy or to sell or to do or not to do, which is just our family talk as the Lord I believe family. There are other conversations we are going to have outside of this talk, which is to help some of us to set up. Because if I tell some of you now to download Trust Wallet, to set up Trust Wallet, you just be looking like, what in the world does that mean? So there will be some cases where we have to sit down and say, take your phone, I thought we were going to be able to do that this morning, but we cannot. Take your phone, download this thing, set up your name, set up your address, set up your account, and this and this and that. And then now tell you, okay, let's try to see what is out there in the market. Because I can assure you, by 12 o'clock today, after 12, by the time the president comes in today, there will be executive orders that he will sign. And myself, Eda Ben, some of us believe that part of those executive orders will be something that has to do with crypto. Because even before now, just days leading into today, Trump has met with a lot of people involved in crypto, have been meeting with him. And look at him himself. Now he has a coin. His wife has a coin. So you see, in fact, they gave him a plaque for being the first pro crypto president. You see that? So he has a social media. So you know why TikTok is talking? Because even the president himself has his own social media. So when you look at it, you see a man that has put himself into a lot of things. So these next 4 years, for people that can do business, people that can get involved in some of these things, there's good prospect for you. Some of you, it may be that crypto will raise capital for you to start your other business. It may be that crypto will raise capital for you to get your real estate. It may be that crypto will lay foundation for you to be able to get some money to do the things that you want to do that can settle you or pay off your mortgage, so that as you are working, what you are now making, you can now spread abroad to do other things. So there's many reasons why people come into crypto. But as you are coming, you have to come with wisdom, and you have to come with so much guidance. You have to come with advice. And while you are doing crypto, don't forget stocks. In 2023 December, when Tesla came to about 99 cents and $99, there was a time that one Tesla was about $1,800, $1,000. So they split like that. So they don't always just split to two. They can split into whatever, meaning that one stock that if they split into three, one stock you have before will now become three. If they split into five, one stock you had before now come into five. So if your one stock before is worth $500 and they split into five, now we have five stock and each of them worth $100. That makes it easy for other people to do what? To jump on, to buy. December 2023, leading into January, Tesla was about $99, $100. By the time I joined, later on, around, when was that? Was that June that we got in February? By the time
I think so, yes.
By the time we jumped aboard, it was already $112, $120. Some of us went ahead. We bought. Today is $400 and something in less than a year. If we have the money, see, that's why stocks. You see, that's why stocks look like it's. If you have money, if we had bought 1,000 shares, then so do your calculation. You see why the rich are getting richer. We know that it was going to rise. Absolutely. That's why many of us. But what could many of us afford? 10, 20. We knew 100% it was going to rise. And it's still rising. And it will still rise. Then, if we have bought 1,000 at 120, how much would I have to put in to be able to buy 1,000 stock of Tesla at 120? How much? Come on. If you want to talk about, you have to know how to calculate money. That would be what? I will have to put in 100 and what? 120,000. For somebody that has millions, they can easily buy way more than that. If I bought 100,000 and 1,000 of Tesla then on that 1,000 shares, how much will I have now? 400 and something thousand. So in 1 year, my 120,000 has produced almost 500,000. Because you know it's going to work. That's why you need capital. The same way people came in heavily on cryptos when they were just small, when they were nothing, like 0.00000 something cent. And today, some of them are like 10 cents, 20 cents. When somebody buys millions or billions of coin, when they were 0.0000001, and the person owns 1 million of 1 billion of it, and now it is now 10 cents. Do you know how much that person is? Do you know what that means? If Shiba Inu should become 10 cents today, there are people here that will be millionaires, multi-millionaires. And I'm one of them. Because of the amount that we have. You understand? So that is why some you are in it for a long while. So as you are praying now, and God is cutting the zero on Shiba, and some of you that you are joining now, and some that will join later, they will make money, but we are not going to make the same money. You see that? And the money that I'm going to make, that some people here are going to make, is going to be based on the money of the people that are just what? Coming in. So you have to know that's how it works. And you cannot be so greedy that you want to get yourself into, oh, this coin is going up, this coin is going up. Coins will always go up, but it is who coming into it early that will see the big difference. I have to go. So on this note, I'm going to stop here while I'm going to give room for Brabayo, and I'm going to give room for Eda Ben to do some, to help us out with some of this thing, because Brabayo is into stocks. I think he can speak a lot more on stock than crypto. And Eda Ben can speak a lot more on crypto than stocks. You see that? Because Brabayo has been trading in stocks before many of us even came on board. You know, then also he got into crypto, but it does not have our position in crypto today. You know, so but he has more position than us in stocks. So I will let Brabayo chime in, and others too that are on this line. That remember, we're having family meetings. So everything you are hearing is not an advice, it's not financial advice or whatever. It's just brothers and sisters having family talk online. And now, from the questions you have, write them down. We'll now outside of this place, we'll now do our one-on-one talk. Even in getting, for example, when you say, oh, you want to get on this platform, some on the platform, you know what they do? They say, okay, get this code, give to people. If you invite people, we give you $5. That's some of the things that people are doing. And some of us are ready to do it too. If you want to, because when you go that route, you can just download those things and just download for downloading sake. But when you go through the route of maybe somebody inviting you, referral, the person may get $5, you to get $5. Let's say you refer 10 people. That may be $50 that you can put into. Just think about it. Somebody gave Eda Ben $100 for his maybe birthday or something. He put it into one crypto. Today, the crypto is what? 1,000 plus. He could have used that money to buy shawarma. So that is what this is all about. And the Lord will help us in Jesus' name. So I will stop it right here. Brad Paul, pick it up from there. And then Eda Ben, or who want to go first among the two of you?
I can go first. Thank you, sir. And good morning, everyone. I think Pastor has covered a lot of the introductory part of the stocks as well, and equally some of the introductory part of the stocks. But one of the things about stocks is that you want to put your money in consumables. And what do I mean by that? I mean companies that are making everyday things that people need, whether regardless of inflation or regardless of how expensive grocery is. We all buy groceries, whether a gallon of milk is $7 or whatever. We all buy groceries. So and we're just consumables, things that people need every day around the world. For example, if we buy Costco stocks, you know how many people go to Costco every day? even even there are some families that they go to Costco twice in a week, all around the world. Even in the you
Just,
are interested alone.
just about in 20, when I was looking at Costco stocks, they were about 100 and something, 200 or so. Today, Costco stock is about $1,000.
Yeah. So, and you know that Costco, they set good quality stuff and they have good customer service. So people are attracted to them. And as people are attracted to them, they gain more customers. People go in there, spend more money, you know. And every time people go into Costco, you end up spending more money than you bargained for. Because you saw something new and something flashy that you think your family will need, and you buy it. So consumables, companies that make consumables or sell consumables. Amazon is one of them. You know how many people get packages every day buying stuff. Especially women buying hair products, buying all kinds of products on Amazon, and people are even making money selling their own stuff on Amazon. So consumables and also techs. Everything we do, especially AI companies, everything we do right now is automated. Whether from our cell phone to, or maybe on your job, and some of us that are in biomedical or pharmaceutical side, everything is automated now, and companies they are investing in AI, artificial intelligence. So those companies are companies of the future that, those are, if you want to invest in those companies, that means you are investing into the future of AI. So, and as guess what? The more AI, product comes up, the more money you make. The more money people dump into those companies. And also you want to invest in pharmaceutical companies, especially all these companies now that are developing, drugs that has to do with maybe amnesia or all these diseases that people say, oh, they are incurable, whatever. But you want to put your money in there because why? The government is dumping money in those research every day, every day. They are getting money. For example, the COVID vaccine that a lot of us got for free. you know, Government subsidized most of them, and those vaccines were produced for little to probably less than $2 a pop. But now, if you go and get a COVID vaccination, now that the government is no longer involved in it, it's expensive. It's expensive. So that with stocks, that's the area that you want to focus on. Consumables, techs, pharmaceutical, you know, companies that are engaged in drug development. So those are the areas that we need to. So, and Pastor has touched on this, that you don't want to go in hot. What do I mean by that? You don't want to go in when the thing is high. When it's high, you don't want to go in at that time. For example, a stock is, maybe $200, and that's where you want to go in and buy. You are not going to get enough quantity, but you want to go for maybe, let's say for example, when the stock is at maybe $2, $3, you want to go in at that time when it's low, so that when it's rising, guess what? Your money is rising with it. Not that you buy a stock that is $100 each, and you put in 500, and in less than 2 weeks that your 500 becomes 250. No, you don't want to go in hot. You do your due diligence in putting money in stocks. The same way, with crypto too, you do your due diligence. But one thing about stocks is a long game. It's a long game. There are some stocks that will rise overnight and you make a lot of money and just pull your money out. But most of them, You are playing a long game, and I thank God for Pastor, for bringing this to us. It's not just about speaking in tongues. We have the mind of Christ. So let's put the mind of Christ that we have. Let's put it to work. The mind of Christ is not a poor mind. The mind of Christ is not a mind that is limited. It's an innovative mind. It's an imaginative mind. It's a wise mind. So we need to start putting those things into work. There's no reason for me to be sitting on. It's good to save money, but there's no reason for me to be sitting on $50,000 in savings and it's just in my bank account and it's not making money. There are some of us on this line that you may not have that in liquid cash, but if you need to sell things, you know how to raise 100,000 before the end of the week because of the things that how you have moved your money around. I pray that the Lord will help us in Jesus' name. I will stop here. Over to you, Eda.
Thank you for the opportunity, Pastor, and also we thank God for your life.
Eda Ben, let me quickly say something. Just to also speak to what Brother said. You see, stocks, there are some penny stocks. They call them penny stocks. Like
Absolutely.
$1, 50 cents, and some of them they're cheap like that because they're just starting. But as people begin to see the prospect, people start investing in them. You see, but for the long run, when you truly want to really go in stock, get ready to pay more money than cryptos. You can see cryptos 30 cents, $1, $2. In fact, when cryptos are already $3, they say, they're already getting expensive, right? Some stocks, some stocks, especially if it's a company that people are waiting for. When Roblox first came out, they were selling for about 30 something, 40 something dollars. Because sometimes, because of what that company has been, what they represent, when they want to go public, people wait for them to say, they can't wait for them to go public. I remember when even Robinhood went public. Thank God I did some things with Robinhood. Robinhood is doing well. Robinhood itself as a platform, their stock is doing good. You see? So it's just that. So sometimes when you see a stock, okay, for example, when we bought Tesla for 120. You see that? 120 something. That is not the stock you are going to wait to buy for $5, or that would never happen. You understand? So there are some stocks that are there, like Brabai was saying. When you see those pharmaceutical that are maybe trying out medications and trying out new vaccines or stuff like that, government invest into them, people invest in them. When they become successful, if they should become successful, then that stock will just maintain that stability. But if that research fails, while they are making progress, the stock will be rising. But if at the end of the day, it did not go out the way, then they can lose money. So, but there are some stocks that are stable. Stocks is marathon. That's the best way to put it. Stocks is what? Marathon. Cryptos is sprint. In most cases. Sprint, you run from here to that place, 100 meters, you are done. Or whatever they call it. But when it comes to marathon, you may be in for hours. When it comes to stocks, so that means stocks, the benefit of stocks are always for a long run. For example, we bought those stocks then, Tesla then. Now, each of them has produced, if you bought it for 120, it's now 420. How much is that? That's the profit of what? $300 on one. Imagine if you have 1,000 of it, that's 300,000. But to get 1,000 of it, that's good money that you'll have to look for. So sometimes people use crypto to raise fund, to put on something that they know has passed the test of time. There are stocks that are selling for 10,000. There are stocks that are 100,000. One per one. So God will help us. Sorry, sir, continue.
So I think it's that Pastor has covered a considerable information about crypto as I'm just going to talk a little bit about the security. When it comes to crypto, it's a lot of security, security, and security. Once you get into crypto, you must be able to be careful on what you are clicking, especially on the internet on your phone, because that's where the scammer, they may send something to you or your UPS package. Don't even click on those things. Or this link, you cannot involve, because once you click, you don't even have to approve anything, because in the past you still have to go through approval. They ask you click on this to approve, but now once you click on that very link, that's it. They get into your account and they move everything. That's number one. Secondly, the reason why wallets are good is that you can save your crypto there, because some exchange, um, if they commit all these scam issues, if the owner is involved in money laundering, stuff like that, that exchange may close down. And if you have crypto on that exchange, that's the reason why it is not your key, it is not your crypto. So you may have millions of dollars there, but like those exchanges that have been tested, like Robinhood, that pastor says, like Coinbase, those ones, like Gemini, those ones, they are rooted, they are stand. Even Binance, that has been, the first or the first exchange, all throughout the world, they cannot operate full-fledged in America because of what happened this past year, that the owner, had to go to 4 or 5 month jail. We know that, there is a politics there, and a sacrifice. He used himself as a guinea pig, for the company to, stay in existence. So, which I believe now that pro-president is coming in, they're going to do whatever they know how to do best, to open full blown, full blast, because the administration that is going, they don't really like crypto. So, and they use that opportunity to to do some loophole, use some loophole to get him into jail, because they are saying, oh, they were selling some cryptos that are security, meaning that they are stock in nature. And if you look at it, all those things, they are lie, they are fallacy, but because the government of the day doesn't like it, they just look for one way or the other to, to get him in jail. And once, he's in jail, his reputation is so. But now that this new administration is coming, all those stuff maybe reversed again. Maybe reversed again. So in the case of security, because pastor, like I said, pastor has covered a lot. And mostly for you to be able to thrive also in crypto, you must be able to join, you must be able to be, your presence must be, established or known on like on Twitter, because that's where, those tokens come from the communities. When the new token is coming, the people will start to announce, people that really, especially people that have gotten into that crypto at a very, very, little or to no value. So they try to promote it to invite more people to come in. So that is briefly what I want to say. But to be able
Because
to get
hold
yourself,
on,
yes, sir,
Eda, why are they inviting you to come in?
for you to put your money so that your money can be exit liquidity for them.
You get it now? So you don't have cousin there. Oh. Don't think you have cousin and that what they are doing it for. That is one thing you have to understand when it comes to crypto. That's one thing you have to understand when it comes to crypto. Why? Because the people that are telling you to join, if it is a lot of them that started early,
Yes, they have secured their bags.
they are looking for their own, like I said to you now, if Shiba should cut 3 zeros now, cut 3 zeros, forget it. I said what? Forget it. You now find out that some of your pastor that they are heavily involved in something. That's when you now wonder, because that is money. You see all those 110 in front of those numbers, they mean a lot. Don't let anybody use you if you don't say prospect for that thing. But right now, there's prospect for Dodge. There's prospect for Shiba.
Yes.
Those ones have come to stay.
Yes.
So when you get into them, it's still not too late. Okay? Remember, not advice to buy,
Yes.
not advice to sell. It's family talk we're having. God help you. Continue, sir.
And also, when it comes to crypto comes in cycle. And the driver of that cycle, it's Bitcoin. Because there's something called, halving, halving period, and it's like 4 years. So when the 4 years hit, because of this, the Bitcoin we are talking about, the total coin that is going to be in circulation is 21 million. That's it. So right now it's like about 19 million coin that is being produced. So we have some people, what they do, they call them miners. They have all this computer set up, but it's a lot of electricity that is pulling it to be able to mine Bitcoin. So some people, what they do is to mine. Some, just like us, we just only go to the open market and buy it, and we leave it there. And when it comes to Bitcoin, especially, it's in 100 and something thousand right now. That still doesn't mean, because one Bitcoin is 100 and something, that you can now, you can buy share of it. You know, you can buy share of it. Maybe if it is $500 you have, if it is even $50 you have, because the way they are talking about it right now, Bitcoin may hit $1 million, because there's something called strategic reserve. If US today, put that into law, that okay, United States of America, should start to reserve a Bitcoin, start buying Bitcoin, because it's a means to settle international debt. So you see what that is going to what? Your $50 today, like Pastor have said, this is no financial advice. I'm not telling you to spend a dime on these things. We are just, because if you have a conviction, then you can do it. If you don't have conviction, just leave it. Don't say, brother, because in 2021, there are some people that, we brought into, like Dodge. They spent like $500, but, like a year ago, that $500 is just like $20. Oh, but brother, some of them say, please, just leave it there. It may take time, even, so, and that is just it. We are not, so like Bitcoin is 21 million, that had to be in circulation. Once that 21 million its mind, that's it. It's just the price that is going to be, rising once people sell. You are able to get in stuff like that. Like the Shiba that Pastor is talking about is like about 529 trillion coins. So you cannot compare Shiba of 529 trillion coin that can be buy. Compare it to SRP that is $3 right now, that is only just 57 trillion. So you cannot compare it with Pepe that is about 420 trillion. So the more, because those one with 420 trillion, 529 trillion, before they can eat $1, is going to take, if you do the math, that, okay, before this coin eat $1, that shows that, there had to be $529 trillion in, that are in that very coin, which is, how much does America worth? So these are the things, like Doge, in 2020, 2021, Doge hit like 69 billion market cap, So I was talking about the bull cycle. Now, the bull cycle, the Bitcoin having, just happened last year. So this year that we are now is what we are expecting bull cycle, which has started. So you will see people pumping money on Ethereum, people pumping money on Solana, because on those two coins, the developer can develop on them more. They can create their new token on those tokens. So, and people will buy them. And as they buy, people are buying Ethereum to buy other coins. The value of Ethereum will be going up. The value of Solana will be going up. The value of Base will be going up. The value of Avalanche will be going up. Those are the tokens that they have prospect of. They are developing on what they have done, on the research they have made. Other developers, they are developing their own, coins on them as well. So these are just the brief information just to complement what, our Father has, taught us this morning. Thank you, sir.
All right, everyone. God bless you. So let's leave room for one or two questions now. Like I said, there's going to be another time that we do pictures and show everybody this and this and that and those, and but for now, what are basic questions that anybody have that we can just address now? Anybody?
You can unmute yourself or raise your hand.
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Are you asking for a question, sir?
Sure. Yes.
Okay, yeah. No, first I just want to say thank you, Pastor David, and everyone that has spoken for this excellent moment and just information, and it's really insightful. I think it's one thing to be praying as a church, but it's other thing to actually be taking actions and keep people knowledgeable about things that goes on in their everyday life. So this is really, really blessed. I think this has been something that the church has missed, has been missing from the body of Christ for a very long time. We preach a lot and we pray a lot, but this kind of information has not been really shared. So thank God for that. I just have a question. What do you think about Ledger Nano? It's like a kind of security. Looks like a USB. What do you think about Ledger Nano X? Is to keep your crypto safe. I know you touched a little bit about security and things like that, but do you recommend it? I know they have the Ledger Nano S and they also have the X. Do you recommend it? I know if you miss it, if you lose it, then all your crypto is gone forever. But I just want you
Yeah.
to kind of shed some light on it. If you recommend it.
Okay, Eda, you want to go? Or you want me to go?
Ledger Nano is one of the wallet or storage device out there that has been, battle tested,
Mm-hmm.
and they are really working. But last year or year before, all these scammers that that is what they do. They got into it, and it was compromised, and within some hours, because don't forget, this is technology and it is human being that are behind. But if we want to say some of the storage device like I said, that have been battle tested, and that they are really working, because what Nano X does is that it takes your crypto, it takes it offline, it take it off on internet completely. That is the reason why all these whales, those are the things that they use. Once they buy, heavy like that, they just put it on the ledger. You can see it. Nobody can connect easily, through internet to them, and they are there, forever. And once there is an upgrade on it, automatically once you plug it, just to be transparent, I don't have it, but it is good, to have. But you need to do what? Buy it from the company, not on like internet. You buy it, go directly to the company to purchase that, not the one that you go on the Amazon to purchase, because anyone that put it on the Amazon already have some information that you may not know. And that's what I'm going to say. Pastor can expand on it.
That's just the advice right there. You see, anything, remember what I said something earlier. Anything that a person can make, they can break. Anything that a human being can make, a human being can do what? Can break it. All right? Do you know that one of the guys that will have been the richest guy on the face of the earth today, as of 2021, the guy was supposed to worth about was it $250 million when Bitcoin was $35 and 35,000, around 30 to 35,000. But the guy could not remember the code to his wallet. And the wallet code, after certain amount of attempts, it is locked forever. Locked forever. And that is why some people go into those, saving device. But unfortunately, like Eda said, every device that man can make, man can break. But for the most part, I think the success rate has been more than, if you are not careless with it, we are not careless with it. But why I would, for me, why I think I prefer my wallet is because the wallet is very safe. Wallet is very safe. If you do not give your seed phrase to someone, right? You do not you are not careless with your seed phrase, and you maintain yourself, you shouldn't have any issue with your wallet. I use Trust Wallet because Trust Wallet will do almost the same thing as all these saving devices that are out there. But also, you have to ask yourself, what is best for me? At the end of the day, that is one of the questions you have to answer. What is best for me? Because if you lose that device, you are done. If you misplace it, you are done. But if you change your wallet, if you change your phone, because that's the thing with all this trust wallet thing. If you change your phone to transfer, to be able to access, in fact, they make it much better now. As long as you have a smartphone and your phone is correct, you know what you are doing, you should not have problem transferring and accessing your wallet, because your wallet is just like a regular. As you log into other things, you log into it, you do your, do your transaction. But if for any reason you want to, you delete a phone, you want to completely restore your wallet, you will need your seed phrase, which they always tell you to keep and never give or share with anybody. So, in a nutshell, it's not a bad idea, but at the same time, it's a choice that you have to make. All right.
And also, if you want to get into crypto business, too, you must be ready to, make sure that you are keeping up with phone. When new phone comes, when new phone, like, okay, let's say iPhone 16 now. I'm not saying you go get, iPhone 16, but you cannot keep, iPhone 6 and you say you want to be, trading because, um, Pastor will remember what I'm alluding to. I was fighting with a thing, fighting with it. And even I had to travel to pastor. There's a pastor, I don't know what is going on, stuff like that. I bought new phone. It's like, and I was losing out at the time. Losing out big. I'm supposed to buy something, so you have to be able to, keep up with technology to invest. All right.
All right. Another person? All right. I can see your hand, but if you're saying something, say it out. All right. We're going to have a session B, a part two. We're going to have a part two very soon. Part two. I need to get ready for my journey. Every one of you, please, you can reach out one-on-one to start the process. All right. Whatever it is, we can start the process one-on-one. Okay. And then you all have my number. And then we can create a session to start some of these things. Anything that where we are going to be doing, or maybe, let's download this or let's look at this. All those are not going to be live, but we're still going to have another live session to show ourselves some of the process, okay? Because we really need time, but I have to go. All right. I
Thank you,
hope
sir.
I
Thank
hope
All
you,
that
sir.
everybody has some foundation that can create your curiosity right now, while we wait for what the president is going to say after 12. Okay?
Okay.
All
Take
right.
it.
Thank you,
Wait,
sir.
I see hands up here. What are these hands for?
They're supposed to go there.
No, the one that raised their hand, they are involved in crypto
Oh, in
in one
crypto
way or the
before.
other.
Before.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Everyone, be
All
blessed
right.
in
Have a
Jesus'
blessed day,
name.
everyone.
Bye,
Amen.
everyone. Safe flight.